good, y'all? This episode 62. That's a bitch ass nigga like he didn't want to introduce the episode.
Oh, gotta edit that out.
Yeah. But anyway, this episode 62. What's good? We here with your usual three. Unfortunately, we ain't gonna speak on who's not here. But we here with your usual three. You got my boy Denzel,
You're
my boy Terrell,
Yo,
and myself, Rod, man. I'm not sure if we got some interesting topics. We got some controversial topics for sure. Some argument inciting topics. So it's about to get real today. How y'all boys feeling now?
where the fuck them topics at?
Hey man, we gotta edit that out. Stop cursing, man. Damn. But anyway,
How you been, Denzel?
I've been good. I've been going to sleep early, waking up early. I clocked in 72 and a half hours. So good. Check about to be fat.
that's why you been hitting that bed.
Mm-hmm.
That work fatigue is different.
Yeah, be hitting the sack. Pause.
And he
Resume.
chasing that sack too. Pause. Yes,
It's all
sir.
on the sack, Denzel. Good shit, bro.
Mhm.
Good shit.
Why did y'all
Good
say
shit.
chasing the bag?
We-
It's better than chasing the sack. Like, why I gotta say about sack? Like,
Niggas
damn.
think that I'm gay because I be chasing that sack. That's the sack.
Talk about scrotums and shit.
No, that's just you thinking like that.
Yeah.
Your mind
Okay.
is
Gotta-
better. It's okay.
Okay,
You feel
pause.
me? You
one
gotta
and
cleanse
pause
your
two.
mind. Gotta cleanse your mind, bro.
Instead of thing
Yeah,
one and thing
clean that
two of Dr. Seuss, y'all pause one and pause two.
Get your mind out the gutter, bro. I've been-
Pause by Dr. Seuss. Pause one said something sus. Pause. Pause two. Check pause one on his pause take. Pause
Now
two.
Now he's stepping all on your mental health check. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you had your time. Your
Okay.
time's up, bro.
How you feeling, Rod? How you feeling?
I'm trying to talk about
Them
it.
pearly whites.
Can we pause? Can we pause on your audio so I can talk, please?
Okay, let's see them pearly whites. Let's see that smile.
All right.
Mhm.
Damn. Not like I was saying. Hey man, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling nice. You know what I'm saying? I got my energy's a little low. I don't know. Like for me, the sleep did not hit, so
Shit, bro.
it just was terrible. But other than that, I'm doing straight. I'm trying to find that hunger, that drive. You know what I'm saying? So I can get these shits out, come up with better videos and all kind of stuff like to create. Because right now I feel like I'm in a comfortable place, which I don't like because I am in no way, shape, or form supposed to be comfortable right now. I should be like striving to achieve more, but for some reason I just don't have that. So we'll see. But go ahead, Terrell. How you
Hey,
feeling?
man. Been great. Been good. Editing. Editing my ass off. Hey, man. Happy birthday to the YouTube channel, man. We've had this shit up for a year now. Seen some insane growth within the last, since the beginning of the year, actually, since we made that switch to put more shit besides the podcast on the damn channel. And yeah, man, we happy. We good. Living. People fuck with the last video. If you haven't checked it out, Late Night Shenanigans 4, taking a different approach to it because normally it was just like dragging clips. Y'all don't want to hear the fucking editing bullshit. But it was just like, I didn't put too much effort into it, and I put a little bit more effort into this last one, and I think it came out good. I like it. I think it's funny. I was laughing my ass off editing in the video, laughing my ass off. That video was funny as fuck. But yeah, man. We're here, man. Episode motherfucking 62. Big 6'2". Consistent 6'2". We haven't taken no breaks off this shit. No matter how much bullshit done happened on and off the podcast.
Countdown,
Motherfuckers
7
lagging
more.
out. 7
To
more.
the-
Oh yeah.
To the fabled episode. About to get
69.
real crazy. I'm gonna make sure of that. That's gonna be my episode.
As
I'm
much as
taking
we
over.
hyping this shit up, as much as we hyping this shit up, it cannot be just us three.
Yeah,
We
I
got
gotta
more
figure
people.
something out. I gotta make some moves. Rod,
Might
getting
call
that
in
up
some
in here.
favors.
You said make some moves with me. How? I'm not gonna be here, bro.
Nah, at
For
69,
episode
you will be.
69, You'll be here.
Yeah, you'll
7
be here.
weeks out.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going
true.
for 2.
True.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I was thinking about like
hitting
the next week's episode.
hitting that up
Yeah.
now. Like I said,
Yeah,
We
the
might have a
L.
returning guest. I ain't gonna hold you.
we
We'll
might
see.
if he doesn't cap, we might have somebody if he don't cap
Mm.
out his mind. I don't have a hat next to me.
Oh, that's like in June. 7 weeks out. That's like that's not June. That's like
Not June.
July.
That's like it's like damn near July.
Like beginning of July down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Jesus.
Well, hey man, episode 62, man. Where should we start this shit off with? Well, fuck it. We might as well just knock this shit out because me and Rod were talking about this shit yesterday or the other day. Beef. Me and Rod seen that shit through. I've been wanting to talk about this shit for a minute. I finished this shit like 2 podcast episodes ago. If y'all haven't seen Beef, I urge y'all to check this shit out, man. I think we talked about it on a previous episode. I think I had just started it. But Beef, bruh, watch that shit, see it through. Before I get into like my favorite scene, I honestly wasn't expecting it to go the way it went. If you haven't seen Beef, I would probably suggest you skip ahead a little bit. Maybe we'll incorporate the chapters on the YouTube channel on at least for this episode. Motherfuckers been asking for us to do that shit anyways. Like, I want to skip to this part and see with this part again. So I mean, we'll try. But Beef, skip ahead to the next chapter if you don't want this shit spoiled, because we're gonna talk about spoilers and all that shit. But I was not expecting this shit to go like. I really thought it was just gonna be like a sitcom-y kind of show. Like it was just like New Girl. Like you just put it on just to put it on, whatever.
Yeah.
But like the way it went, I was like, motherfuckers are when the lady, the fucking what's her name? The lady of that big ass corporation, the rich lady. When she got cut by that goddamn door, I was like, what the fuck am I? I was like, bro, somebody has to be dreaming. This has to be like a dream or something. There's no way this bitch just got cut in half by this goddamn door by her girlfriend. I was like, what the fuck is this? But like, it was a great show. It was a great show. There's a lot of messages in it. I mean, it goes to show like really the duality between two people is like, and they're in 2 completely different fucking leagues. Like the girl is like this rich ass millionaire, and the guy is this fucking poor ass handyman living with his brother in this weak ass, janky ass studio apartment or this nasty ass apartment. And it's like, bro, but they really going through the same fucking shit. Like they really going through like the same issues. It just goes to show like no matter what level you on, like you going through the same issues as this person. But I love this show. I love it. The ending was kind of not rocky. I just didn't understand it. I gotta go back and watch it again. But like the last scene, I was like, okay, so we getting another season. Are we getting another season? For sure. 100%. But 10 out of 10, love that shit. I'll probably go back and watch it again. But bro, what do you think?
Personally, like for me, the ending was a bit vague. Like it just was like really unclear. I mean, it kind of was just like, okay, like you're finding comfort in someone else who goes through the bullshit that you do. And like y'all spent all this time, like it's just showing like how thin the line is between hate and love and like understanding and comfort like within someone. I think that's what it was. That's what it was representing with like them both being in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
It's like you've been hating this bitch for a month, 2 months. And then now, like, for some reason, y'all are friends, or y'all kind of just. It's like they go through this struggle together because they both were, like, lost in the fucking woods, damn near, or in the desert, or whatever. And then they find their way back. They go through this shit. They have to help each other out and, like, put aside wanting to kill each other, damn near, to make their way back to civilization. And when they do that, like, it's like, I think something clicked, and it's like they both realize that they kind of, like, need each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially since they both hit rock bottom because they don't have the dude doesn't have his brother no more because he doesn't want to fucking talk to him because he ruined his brother's life, like ruined his chances at greatness. And then the girl doesn't have her husband or her child. And it's like they basically threw away their lives for this bullshit, like this beef essentially between each other.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, but the part where like they make their way back and the husband just pops up out of nowhere. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, how did you even get here? Like we've been out here for 2 days, and you just all of a sudden magically found where I am, and you're in the same shit that you like usually are in. Like it's just
Yeah.
weird. And you don't use guns the whole show. Like you're against firearms. You're kind of like a pacifist, not really confrontational at all. And then all of a sudden you just run up and just shoot somebody without asking any fucking questions. That was so fucking stupid. Like that. The show would have been a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for that weird ass, mediocre ass, staccato ass outro. Like
Yeah.
it or ending, my bad. It sucked. But I really liked the show. I was hooked from the first episode. Like it really was just something I was putting on to watch while I was working out. And I watched like the first 25 minutes and was like, yeah, I gotta stop this. Me and my girlfriend to watch this. So I called Brittany. I was like, Brittany, you gotta watch this shit. She started watching it. She's like, this was a great suggestion. I was like, I know. This shit is
I know.
this shit is good. This shit is good. So then we continue watching it, and then yeah, we got to where we are now. But yeah, I definitely would recommend this to everybody. Like it doesn't matter if you like drama, comedy, everything. Because there's lessons to take from it, like you said. You know, it's just a
Yeah.
real ass show. You know, so
I mean, I got introduced to it through fucking TikTok. Like I was scrolling through and I seen like the first like 5 minutes of the first episode on TikTok, and I was like, oh, motherfuckers in the comments were like, this is beef. This is beef on Netflix. This is beef on Netflix. I was like, bet I gotta watch that. But the one scene now that y'all are caught up, this might be the next chapter right here. Now that y'all caught up, or y'all skipped the spoilers, because this is not necessarily a spoiler. This is just a conversation between Amy, one of the main characters, and I think her name is Fumi, her mother-in-law. They're in a car. They're in the car after a shopping spree or whatever, and she was like, yeah, she was just talking about her husband and how they didn't really have issues in their relationship, but the one thing they were lacking was like financial stability. And she was like, yeah, like, but instead of like, we knew that was an area we had to work on, but we just didn't worry. Like we just ignored it. We just put it to the side, ignored it. And I know that kind of sounds like you just ignore it, but like you ignore the worry, not necessarily the situation, but just the worry behind it. Because the moment you address the worry, the moment it becomes real. So it was kind of like a lesson in manifestation, but like, and then she goes on to say like, oh, look where I'm at now. Like, I'm going on shopping sprees with you, and I was just worried about my financial life, like with my husband. But like, it just goes to show like you can really manifest. Like, I know we kind of briefly talked about manifestation, but you can really like that shit works both ways for the good and the bad. So you sit here and you just constantly think, I'm stressing over this. You constantly think of that stressor, it becomes fucking real. So now what I've been doing is kind of like realizing that, okay, I do need to do this and I need to do this. But instead of like acknowledging the worry, I'm just like, you know what? It's going to get done. Like eventually it's going to get done for sure. Because at a certain point, everyone ends up okay. No matter what fucking trials and tribulations you're going through, you eventually reach a spot where you're okay. That's just how life works. But like, instead of addressing and manifesting that fucking negative emotion behind it, I'm just like, you know what, man? It's cool. It's going to, it'll pass. But the moment you address that shit, I'm like, bro. I was like, she's spitting some real fucking shit in this show. I was like, God damn. And it's such like a minuscule like scene too. Like there's no significance really behind it as far as like the story of the show. But I was like, bro, they really snuck that fucking real shit in there. But besides that, I mean, how do y'all feel about manifest? Like, do y'all I feel like I've asked this shit before. But like I feel like we're in a different space now and we're on like there's a bigger audience now, I should say. So manifestation, do y'all believe it works both ways? Do y'all believe like how y'all think manifestation works, and do y'all even try to even do it?
I'm gonna let Denzel go because I just spoke. I want to hog airtime. Go ahead, King.
Don't exist to me.
Leans forward.
Don't exist.
Don't
to
exist
me.
to me. Backs up.
Backs
That's
up.
it. That's all we getting from you, King.
Hey, you put in that work. It's all about
God,
luck.
you
I
come,
believe more in luck
come
than
closer to the
manifestation.
people.
Yeah, you sound like you outside.
I do. Oh, well, I believe more in just time and place. I feel like that's a key factor. Time and place. and consistent work. Consistent work can make time and place easier to predict. So if you putting in work towards something, put enough work, and then the time and place will just line up, and then you'll reap the rewards of it. Be honest with you. That's all it is to me.
So you feel like you or like what do they say? Like that your thoughts like create your reality. You feel like
Yeah,
that
your
shit
thoughts.
is a hoax, or you don't think is true?
No,
You don't
I
think
mean
like
I don't think it's true, but it's everyone's way to be motivated. I mean, being motivated in a certain way isn't inherently good or bad. Like, and that's what gets people going.
mm,
And that gets people going. They can manifest what they want, do what they want. But me personally, I don't. I just know if I put out enough, of anything into something I'm interested in, then it'll just catch on. Like someone will latch on to one, and then they'll latch on to the others, and then it'll just grow.
mm. So then inversely, you feel like if you're let's say you watch I don't know, you watch some negative shit, like something that's just like you watching Best Gore or something, and you watch like a horror movie. You feel like when you're thinking of those things, like those scenes, like the kidnappings and all that shit, in your house alone, like at night, and you know how like you get that feeling like somebody's watching you in the crib, like you're just uncomfortable in the house now. You feel like that also is like false, like how people say that you put in like you can open like a portal or some shit like to the demons or whatever.
We talking some Devin
If you
shit
watch
right
like a
now.
horror movie, say what?
He
We on
said we
some
talking
Devin
some
shit.
Devin shit.
Uh, hey, nah, man, I'm just saying because like when people say like you can manifest things, like I think that to some extent it's true. Like I don't think like it works exactly how they say, but if you like obviously it has to come with work backed with it, like you
Yeah.
can't just be like, oh, like I want this and then not put in any work or any
I don't.
effort.
I don't.
But if you doing that and you have that mindset, then I feel like it just increases that motivation tenfold, and also is like more likely for something to happen just because like personally it's happened for me. But in turn I also feel like if you're being negative, like you'll only see the negative in things, like, and I because I don't think manifest like, oh, I'm gonna manifest this. It's like if you have a negative scope on your life or like on things that are happening to you, then that's all that's gonna happen. That's all you're gonna see. And like I think physically, like that is true because if you're thinking like, oh damn, like this shit just happened, this shit fucking sucks. Like now you're being negative, and now like your day sucks because one or two things happen to you, or like say if you feel like things just like never go right for you and you have this negative mindset, then it's like, yeah, it's gonna be negative. But I think if you have a more positive outlook, like on maybe something that you learned from that, then it's just that's the way to turn it around and just kind of like be in control of like what's happening. And I think for me, that's what manifestation means. Like if I'm just gonna be negative, then shit is gonna suck. If I'm always thinking about the negative shit is gonna suck. But if I'm in turn more positive or trying to better myself, then it would be better. And I think
Yeah.
at its simplest, that's what it is for me. But yeah.
I think I believe in it because, like, truth be told, like, there's been moments where I'm like, bro, like, I want this shit so fucking bad. Like, I want us to be successful. Like, when we're like fucking, how many subscribers we had? Like 30? 30, we're pulling like maybe like 20 views was like the highest. I was like, bro, I was like, I know this is just like the down period, but I was like, bro, I just started like thinking, like, bro, like, okay, I started like envisioning us in like a more successful place. And then shortly behind that, of course, we did make the effort. We did make the changes, you know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like those ideas of like, let's branch out and do this. Let's start doing this on the channel. Let's start doing this. Wouldn't have came if I was only focused on like, damn, we're only pulling 20 views right now. Or damn, we only have this many subscribers. Like, I feel like none of that would have came if I didn't start thinking like, okay, this is just like a rough patch, whatever. Like, I'm
Hmm.
envisioning us being successful fucking YouTubers and all this shit. But and then it came. It fucking came like right behind that. I checked the analytics one day. I was like, God damn, we did 16K views in a month. I was like, what the fuck? And that's when we started talking about, oh, like this shit's bubbling. And Rob was like, no, it's not fucking bubbling. And then right after that, shit went crazy. I was like, oh shit. Shit, I got taken aback. I was like, damn. But like one thing that they did say, like Fumi said in the show, was like, there's no objective truth in this world, in this life. There's no objective truth. All we have is perception. So you can inhabit like whatever truth you want to inhabit, you can inhabit that. You just have to choose to do it. We're not stuck in these little situations that we're always think that we're gonna be stuck in. Like this dead ass job that you're at, or like your passion really ain't going. Like you not stuck there. Like if you think you're stuck there, you're definitely gonna be stuck there. 100% you're gonna be stuck there. You'll be in the same 9 to 5. Whoop-de-woo, here's my 5th year here, and they give you a little fucking pizza party, and then that's it. If you think you're stuck there, you're gonna be stuck there in whatever situation. But like I said, man, everything always ends up okay. Like you don't get stuck in these situations forever. That would be crazy though. If you really get stuck in some shit and you just stuck in that bitch forever, it's like, god damn. But you don't want to look back. Like don't live life. Like live your life to the extent that like you tried everything you wanted to try. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't think that motherfucking this 9 to 5 is all I got, or this school thing is all I got. Like, branch out. Like, you learn new shit every day. Like, you will be surprised what type of shit you be into. Raw's getting into fucking fighting and MMA and all that shit, which leads to the next topic. But like, so we got to talk about the fucking Tank and Garcia fight. We got to talk about that shit. But like, just to put a cap on this shit, I think manifestation is real to a certain extent. Like Rod said, you just gotta put the work behind it, which kind of bleeds into Denzel's point of view on it too. Like you gotta put the work behind it. You can't just sit in your fucking house every day watching Netflix and be like, I want this, this, and this, and don't do nothing behind it. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta plant that seed and watch that shit grow for real. But leading to the next topic, Ryan Garcia and Tank Day. We haven't spoke about nothing boxing on this podcast before, so this will be a little interesting. Not to like deep dive or harp on it. Y'all seen what the fuck happened? Motherfucking Ryan Garcia got put on his ass. But I want to talk about like motherfuckers talking about his raid. His raid. He just fell. He just took a knee. He didn't want to fight no more. It's like, bro, y'all don't understand what a liver shot is. Y'all don't understand what a liver shot does. When you get punched in that liver, it's a delayed reaction, of course, because it has to, the force of the punch has to travel through the body. Of course, it has to hit the liver. And you know what I'm saying? Your body's natural instinct when you get that much of a hit to your liver is for your shit to go. You just want to lay flat. Like your body instantly wants to lay flat. I don't know why that works. I don't know why that is. But once you get hit in that liver, you just want to go like this, just planking.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker got hit. And if you look at of course, the first angle where you don't see it, but the second angle where like it's kind of like you see the punch. He hits him, bro. His whole body shakes. I was like, yep. Once I seen that angle, I was like, oh yeah, he got folded. He got folded something nasty. I was like, bro. But Tank really showed like motherfuckers thought he was only like a knockout artist or like a power puncher. No, he was in that bitch weaving and he was giving them some hits.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Tank might be like, I don't want to like jinx him or like put him on like a high, but he's on the up and up to be like one of the best boxers out right now. Now I want to put him up as like the greats, but like because he still has some other people he has to fight, like this kid Haney and this other kid Shakur. Like they're on the up and up too. There's a bunch of fighters now in that weight class that are like they give the hands. They know they like. I love boxing so goddamn much stuff. Like, it's so technical. It's so like I love seeing people fight. Like now I don't know the terms for everything, but like you know,
spoken like a true Florida man.
Orthodox and southpaw and all that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy fighting, and then MMA. I'm kind of like a novice in that shit too. I'm kind of like a casual in both of these, really. But I know a little bit more about boxing than MMA. But Rod, did you see the fight? Did you see the highlights? What did you think? What were your predictions?
So
Denzel's in the boxing.
Honestly, bro, I thought from the beginning I was like, oh, Tank might have it, bro. He just seemed like he was like a stronger competitor, to be honest. and I was just like, damn, like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But I saw the highlights. I didn't actually get to watch the fight. I forgot what I was doing. I was like, damn, the fight is in like 30 minutes. Should I pay for this shit? And I was like, nah, I'll just watch it on YouTube later.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But yeah, I wasn't really surprised. What kind of surprised me, the only thing that did surprise me is that like I'm pretty sure Garcia has done that same hook to people and like knocked them out, or like I've seen him do that shit before.
The
So the
left
fact
hook.
that he got hit with that and like his arm, like his right arm was just up, like it just, well, it wasn't really like blocking his chin, it wasn't tucked, it wasn't blocking his body. And when
Yeah.
he dipped down and threw it, I was just like, oh yeah, shit, his shit is open. And then that's exactly what happened. Bam! Like his body's
Yeah.
just rattled. I was like, yeah, this man, it didn't even like. It didn't even like. I felt like this before, so I know what he felt. But it's not even like he was just like, man, fuck this. Like, I'm throwing. It's just that he got hit and he wanted to fight, so it's like he felt it for a second and his legs just got weak, and then his whole body's like, nah, nigga, we need a breather. We need a breather. Like you need to sit your ass down, and that's what happened. Like he was just like, ugh. And he just went down. He just took the knee and just like
Yep.
shit. Like this shit fucking hurts because that's what happens, bro. Even like the best of fighters, even in the MMA, they get hit in their liver, bro, hit in the kidneys, and it's just like they just take that they just like they just fold because that's what happens.
Yeah.
Is the body's natural reaction. It's like, okay, stop doing what you're doing, protect your organs. Like you just got fucking hit. Like you ever had the wind knocked out of you? That's not even
Yeah.
like a liver shot. But if you ever like been hit in your stomach and just had no air, you literally just curl over on the floor because you have to recover. That's just what it is, bro. So
For
it
a 10
honestly
count.
sometimes, yeah, it's like sometimes honestly it's like, and then you tired on top of that. So like
Yeah.
dude is strong as shit, just hit you in your shit. You was wide open, so there was no kind of defense, and you already tired. So it's like,
Yeah.
you fighting for your damn life at this point.
And
But
then they had the rehydration clause too. So motherfuckers did not eat that morning either. They didn't eat, they didn't do nothing. They were
mhm.
just how they were in the weigh-in is how they were in the fight. Which you could argue did play a part in him getting the shit rocked out of him. Cause if he had, but what was I gonna say with this? But Garcia's point was like the rehydration clause. But if you didn't like that clause, why the fuck did you sign the contract? You could have negotiated it or just not have the fight. Clearly, you weren't ready for the fight. Clearly.
Mm.
But I would say like the only thing I didn't like about Tank in that fight was like he was clinching a lot. But in
Mm.
turn, that sets up for the body shot that won him the fight.
Yeah.
Because if you see, like he did clinch up, and then he came off the clinch, threw the shit, and that was it. Or he weaved a punch, like he was doing that left hook a lot. He did that shit like 3 times in a row. I'm like, damn, Garcia spamming, motherfucker. Like in that fighting game, he's just spamming that one move. Is like, come on, bro,
Man, Liu
do,
Kang
do
for real.
something else.
Yeah.
But
Do something different.
another thing that happened after the fight was that Oscar De La Hoya and I think one of his promoters weren't there in the post conference talks, which normally they all are there, and it's kind of like, damn, this man really just abandoned his fighter. And Oscar De La Hoya got on camera and was like, yeah, my security was saying it was dangerous and blah, blah, blah. So I had to leave. But it's like, if it was that dangerous, he was like, I was getting death threats for the fight. It's like, if it was that dangerous, why the fuck did you leave your fighter behind? You feel what I'm saying? Why is
Yeah.
Garcia sitting there with his manager and his pops? And he's just sitting there like, okay, looking for Garcia. Floyd was there.
Hmm.
Floyd stayed with Tank. I feel like Floyd would have been there even if Tank lost. I don't think Floyd is
Yeah.
the type to be like, you know what, fuck him, I'm not. And the only person that was like fuck him, that he was like fuck him to, was probably like Adrian Broner. That's because Adrian Broner started talking shit. But I don't know, like I was just like, bro, that's kind of corny. That's kind of corny. But I think Ryan Garcia was better off with Canelo as his like trainer and his mentor, because Canelo be knocking motherfuckers the fuck out. And arguably he got a lot better after he fought Floyd Mayweather, which could be like the same effect happening to Ryan Garcia. He's probably gonna get a lot better after this fight. Probably like, shell up a little bit. He said if they ran the rematch, it'll be at like 146 instead of 136. So he might lose some speed behind that, but hey, he'll have more power. Fuck it. But moving on to more topics that we can probably all elaborate on now. Um, just to get Denzel to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, we don't like
There
when
was
he's
this.
quiet.
There's a video that recently surfaced on TikTok. Of this guy, grown ass man. I think a lot of us might have seen it. Grown ass man crying and complaining that a baby was screaming on this plane. He was like, "Why the fuck is the baby screaming? The baby screaming!" And the flight attendant's like, "But it's a baby." Like we're not gonna sit here and be like, whether he was right or wrong in this situation, because high key, like, what do you think the parents are trying to do with a baby? Like, if it was a movie theater, I'll understand. But if it's like a flight, if a motherfucker has a death in the family and they have to fucking take the baby with them, they doing all they can to get the baby to stop crying. Nobody wants to hear a baby cry, the parents included. But like you complaining as a grown ass, like he had gray hair, grown ass man screaming on a plane talking about the baby, shut the baby up. I can't sleep. I had to put headphones in. I can still hear the baby. It's like, bro, like, what the fuck are you like? What are you doing? You look goofy as shit. The guy recording the video was laughing his ass off because he was like, it's like we all understand the baby, and it was broad daylight, so it's not like if it was like an overnight flight, I would kind of be like, okay, maybe you have some grounds. Here's broad daylight, man. Shut the fuck up, man. God damn. But have y'all ever been in a situation with like crying babies? Like, I know in the movie theater, it's like, okay, bro, like why the fuck we over here watching The Conjuring? You got your 2-year-old in here screaming, throwing a tantrum. Like, we don't want to hear that shit. But I think on the plane is a little bit different. On public transportation is a little bit different because motherfuckers really have no other choice but to do this. You feel what I'm saying? They're not gonna Uber. If you broken shit, you just got the bus pass, or you know what I'm saying? Something happened in the family. You gotta take the damn bus. You gotta take the plane. You gotta deal with the crying baby. What y'all think?
Hey man, I agree
Denzel.
with you. Oh yeah, Denzel, go ahead, bro. You gotta warm up. Feel what I'm saying? Warm the vocal cords.
Anyway, if you know, you know. I agree with Terrell too. Like I agree with him. Like he made a valid point. Like if it's on the plane and it's broad daylight, fuck is you complain? First of all, why is you complaining? Obviously, it's like other people got the same fucking problem. It's just it's a baby. What the fuck can you do? The fuck. And as far as dealing with kids that's crying, yeah, every day in Walgreens when I gotta take the passport photos. They're like 2 years old. Talk about, you need a passport photo. I'm like, for your kid? They're like, yeah, I got 3 of them. I'm like, oh, they all gonna be crying. They gonna stare at me and start crying. I had the fucking camera and I had a little thing in the background. I'd be like, shut the fuck up and just smile and look at me. And then every time I snap a picture, the eyes always like this. Every time. Every time. Or they just be like this. They'll be straight like this, like they're ready to take a picture, or they just be like this when I snap. It'd be like this. So fucking mad, bro. I'd be so fucking mad. But, I'll be like, well, we get them ready and I'll come back. Because I'll be having customers online. But like, yeah, just get them ready. When I get back, we can try again. Or I'll give them the camera, but like, you do this shit. But, for real.
Damn.
You do this shit. It's your kid. You do the shit. Because, yeah, I don't get paid enough for that shit.
Facts. That shit. I almost went off topic. Let me talk about this baby, man. Hey, I feel the same way. It's like if you grown as hell, you had to have dealt with crying children before. Like you've been in spaces where there were crying babies. You've been in the movie theater where there's a crying baby. Your ass has been at a store where there's a crying baby. Like you act like this is the worst thing in the world. You on a flight, bro. Not everybody's gonna be quiet. Not everybody's just gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like you can't expect just everything to go perfectly if you on like public transportation, like Terrell said. Like if your ass can't fly, if you don't have your own jet getting chartered and your own pilot and shit, then shut your ass up.
Ride that
Put them
spirit. The
headphones
fuck?
on. Yeah, put Ryan Spirit, yeah, think the shit is gonna go perfectly. How about sit your ass down? You know what I'm saying? Put the headphones on and just vibe out. Like it just is what it is. You need to deal with it. Like it's worse. People go through way worse. There's worse conditions to be in. Absolutely. Like you on an air conditioned plane flying to whatever destination. Like just
What charges
relax.
at your seat for your phones? They had that shit
Motherfucker
in
was
the
like,
80s.
he was like,
Yeah.
we're in a
Born as
metal tin can, and the baby's voice is just rattling through this shit. I was like,
I didn't even see the video, but like I just saw the caption. And I was like, man, I'm not trying to see this shit, and I just kept scrolling. To be honest, I was like, man,
oh,
whatever,
shit,
bro.
bro.
I don't need to see this right now. But yeah,
Kids are
it's
low
just,
key annoying though. I ain't gonna hold you.
oh,
Not, I mean,
absolutely.
that's it. In that situation, it's like, okay, what can you do? But like, kids in general are low key kind of annoying. Like, they be like, look, watch this. They do a fucking a spin, a jump and a spin. And it's like, bro, you really hounded my ass for a jump and a spin? Good shit though. Good shit.
Good shit.
You're a little acrobatic. Okay. You can't shit on the kid. You can't shit on the kid, you know. But in my head, I'm like, dang, you really just showed me this weak ass
Bro, the
fucking
good shit though is
twirl.
funny.
This
You
weak ass
look, you hit
twirl.
it with that. Okay, yeah, nice.
It look like you about to do that me way, but like, boy, if you don't get your
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just look at this, like, hey, look at this. They're like, look, just tapping the fuck out. You look. You look, and it's just like, oh, okay. And you
Fucking
just
side
continue doing
eye.
whatever the fuck. Continue doing whatever the fuck
yeah,
you
good
were
job.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
it's like
job,
okay,
Timmy.
but it's like, but that's like after the build up. Like you've been dealing with them all day. Then it's like they just on your neck about like showing you some shit. Like they found a rock that got some grass on it, and it's like there's some
It's
green
like,
on this
look.
rock. Like here, it's just like man, don't get that shit. Nah, but yeah, like I could understand like how he feels, but as a grown man and an adult, like in your 40s, like you shouldn't be acting like that.
Facts.
Oh
You were a
man.
kid once. Your fat ass was a kid once, screaming and crying. That's how they are, man. That's how they communicate. They don't know words. God
Yep.
damn.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
that's just what it is. And the parents having like even more hell 'cause they probably got to hear that shit. If they crying on a plane like that, they might have to hear that shit whenever and wherever, bro. Like on rides to school, rides to the mall, rides to get groceries, through the fast food drive through at home at night. Like they still hearing the kid crying. So like you have to
yeah.
sympathize with parents too, because being at your age, I mean, if you're not a parent, then like you have no grounds to complain. Like you should definitely understand like how kids are at that age. It doesn't matter if you're not around them. Like you have a
Yeah.
family. If you don't have a family, like you've seen it, you heard it. Like I said, you have experience with kids. So like just stop having a stick in your ass. Like just relax, bro. Just chill.
But let's transition to more Denzel territory for real. Let's really step in some Denzel territory. AI. AI. This is a topic we've been kind of like skipping over the last couple episodes because I was gonna bring it up with the Drake song that came out with the weekend. Motherfuckers were like AI Drake. That shit had like 200K plays on Spotify. But now the music business, the record deals, the record places, they're trying to shut down on that. Which in turn, I mean, they have all the right to. Yeah, it's not Drake. Yeah, it's not his beat. It's not his lyrics. It's not his song, but it's his likeliness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they can have an issue with that. But some of these AI songs are starting to slap. But besides that, like the other spectrum, besides entertainment, there was that one instance that this mom got a call and it was her daughter's voice like, hey mom, I need help, blah blah blah. Like I need you to help me, like I've been kidnapped. And like the robbers on the phone too talking about, yeah, like give me X amount of money and I'll let her go. Whole time it wasn't even her daughter. Like it was her daughter, like an AI voice of her daughter. And I was like, yo, this shit could really go like left for real. Like this AI voice shit could go left for real. Motherfuckers can get in trouble for this shit. Motherfuckers was with the Andrew Tate shit. People were like, oh yeah, like when he came out and like that recording of him came out, people were like, yeah, that's AI. That's AI. I was like, people can get hemmed up with this shit for real. Like, but are y'all
Hmm.
worried about AI voices and AI in the future? Seeing that people are using Chat GPT and all this extra shit, and like, I mean, it's gonna be a matter of time before we see that shit in the real world. Like motherfuckers build like a robot and put this AI shit in them, and then we get iRobot in 2026 or some shit. But are y'all worried about this shit? Y'all think it's just gonna be like a fad or whatever?
Man, I'm absolutely worried. The fuck? I mean, you seen all the threats that come with this shit. And I mean, like not everybody's gonna have access to whatever they're gonna have to refute it. You know what I mean? Like to
Yeah,
keep that shit from happening. So I mean, it's just like, what can we do? Technology is going to advance, and we're gonna have to get with the times. And I feel like we're gonna move into that stage where it's like we're gonna be the old heads. We're gonna be 35 and 36, and it's like they have all this AI bullshit, and we're gonna be like, man, fuck AI. We didn't have that shit when we was growing up. That's gonna be our stage. That's gonna be our time. I feel like, but
Speak up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they already using it. You know what I mean? They already using AI for shit like you said, like to in nefarious ways to work like fucking exploit somebody out of some money, and then just like to make music. I feel like with the music creation, it's definitely gonna take a hit. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
have to crack down on that shit some way, because that's just really not fair. Like you have songs where another artist is singing your song and it's like AI generated and it's better than the original song. Or now like if you have access to it, you can be like a up and coming artist, and then you get like a Drake feature on your shit. Your shit go crazy. Like Drake already be doing that shit, jumping on people's songs, but like you might not even be hot. Like
Yeah.
this man Denzel might hear a song with Gulavelli, and that shit got Tupac and then fucking Travis Scott, and it's like a whole song, and it shit sound like good. And now he's playing that shit, and like who gets the money for that? Who gets the rights? Like the creator, the AI creator,
I guess so.
the
Whoever made that
unknown
account.
person.
Yeah.
See, like, and
But
that's
you won't
dumb
be able to
because they're
make money
using
off of that.
somebody else like they're using somebody else's likeliness. So like,
Yeah.
are they gonna be able to make money? Like you say they're not, but like, what if they are? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be issues with that shit in the future. Like, I don't know. Nah, I mean, Denzel said, well, I'm gonna let Denzel say what he has to say, but I just think that's gonna be tough to deal with for the music industry, and I think in terms of like those scams, there might be an issue for the people that are gullible and can fall for stuff like that. There might be an issue, and that's just what worries me. Now, uh, that's really all I have to say that's negative about it. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, like it's cool to hear like Japanese outros sang by fucking the big three and shit like that. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
sounds like pretty good. I think that's interesting. You know what I mean? And I think like with voice acting, it's pretty interesting too. Cause like you can make a show or some shit and have somebody voice like whatever. Like you can have like whatever kind of voice that you need and shit like that. I think
Yeah.
that's interesting too.
You can make a whole show and voice act the whole cast by yourself, free of
Mm-hmm.
charge. I mean, just because like when people think of AI and they think of voices, they think about Kendrick, Kanye, famous people. But like, you can literally just train AI models of like people who will willingly give their voice. But like, go ahead, use it, and use royalty free voices, and boom, you can make like a whole cast for like let's say you use an animator but just didn't have no actors for your show. There you go. Boom. Free of charge. You don't gotta give nobody no money. You get the whole thing done. You got the whole everything done. It's more of like a helpful thing. That's all AI has ever been. AI, even before it was like actually real, before it was a thing, the whole goal for AI has always been to help. Meaning like you're doing something and it makes it a little easier to do. That's all it's ever been. It's not to replace you or what you're doing, because at that point it's just like, why? I mean, like even like
I
this is the thing.
mean,
It is stuff that AI can do that humans can do. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, they still have to be maintained. They're not self-maintaining, even when they hit like the higher levels of AI. Because right now we at level 1. So when we get to like level 2, that's when shit's gonna start being scary. That's when the voices, you won't be able to tell the difference. That's at level 2. We at level 1. So this is like the worst it's ever gonna be. Like all the little imperfections, the robotic shit that you hear in the voices, AI voices, probably by 2025, 2026, that shit's not going to be there no more. You can pretty much just get a voice off the internet somewhere and then just go crazy. But that's just voices. But as far as like machines that can build stuff and all that stuff, it has to be maintained by humans. Like you have to watch it because it's not going to get everything right. Even then, like before like AI would be able to do that, it probably have to hit level 4, level 5. And that's going to be that how long that's going to take. That's probably going to be like 20 years out before it hits that high. So we really don't got to worry about that. But I mean, even by then, I mean, I guess y'all could start being like AI overlords, kill all humans, all that bullshit. But
Well,
I
I ain't want to cut you off, but before you leave this topic, you did say that it's not gonna replace people, but then you just said that you can animate some shit, make a show, and have all the voices and no voice
Yeah, but
actors
that's
for
the
the
thing. You
charge.
still have to put in work though. It's not just gonna create it off of thin air. Like you still gotta
I
put
mean,
in
yeah,
work.
you got to put in
Nah,
work, but like now, the jobs for those actors is gone.
But
And
here's
then
the
the
thing.
opportunity for
Here's the
those voice
thing. But
actors.
here's the thing. You can still use voice actors. That's the thing. But the truth is, like even now with Luke Skywalker and the new well not Luke Leia and who else that passed, the dude the Moff from Star Wars that died, and they used in CG, like they used CGI for them. They had paid actors for that. Like the AI was a thing back then too that they could have used, but they didn't use it. They still use a paid actors. Like let's be real. Like there's so many passion projects out there that get scrapped every year that people want to make, but they can't make because they simply don't have access to the money. So AI just makes it easier for them to complete their project because obviously if they want to make a passion project, you got to have people that want to work with you. So if you don't have people to work with you or people care, like even people that have money that want to make a passion project, is just people not interested in doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you think of someone wanting to voice act as a furry in Rule 34 getting plowed as an example? Like they like just something that's off the wall. Wow, like you're not really gonna find someone that be like, even if you paying them, like I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, for
Yeah,
things
so
like that, then yeah, it makes
But
sense.
like,
yeah,
But
but
like
that
I
the
felt
AI
like
is going to
I'm,
replace people
yeah,
eventually.
I'm thinking like in the business sense and like the retail sense or like the delivery sense. Like if a motherfucker could just not pay a whole fucking retail team of people and just replace it with robots and maybe pay like maybe one or two people to oversee that shit, they would in a
They
heartbeat.
would,
yeah, they
yeah.
They
would,
would in a
they
heartbeat.
would, they
And
That's
the
would.
same with
realistic.
voice acting, bro. Like if you have good ass voice actors, like imagine like people are making English dubs using AI. Like those are voice actors that are not getting paid now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that like they'll completely replace people because like you said, for right now it'll be assistants. But as the assistants gets better and it gets more intelligent, technology gets better, and you have the means, then it's like why the fuck would I edit a video if I can tell AI I want this edited this way? Edit
It's
They
not
the
have
rest
gonna,
of
that.
these
but it's not
30.
gonna follow you. It's not gonna follow your vision. That's where we're getting shit
You say that now,
screwed.
but in
It's not gonna
20
follow your
years,
vision. Like if you want to have an animation go like I want this to spin left and right. All right, it can do that. It can do that now. You can have it do something like that now. Like I want this to
exactly.
spin like in a rotational thing. All right, bet.
Hmm.
But that's it. And that's it. Like is your limitation is you. Like you're the bottleneck in that situation. Like it has the possibilities of all this stuff, but if you like become the bottleneck, if you don't have the talent for it, you don't have the vision for it, it won't happen. No matter what AI you got, no matter what level it is, no matter how good it is, it won't be good. Just because you can make a movie with an AI, just let the AI do it. It's gonna be shit. It's not gonna
Yeah,
be
but
good.
it'll get better, is what I'm saying. Like
No,
it's right
it'll
now.
get better, but like it won't be better than someone who actually has the talent who's also using AI. It won't be the same. It will be better from the person with more talent because they know what the fuck they're doing with it. That translate through all the levels. That's gonna be through all the levels. Like, okay, you make a movie with AI, you make a movie. Let's say we at level 5. You make a movie with AI, you make a movie with AI. All right, we're gonna see which one's better. We're gonna see which one's better at the box office. You got unlimited resources to make the movie. You gonna think the dude that just that's in, let's say a dude fresh out of college or a dude that been making movies for like 50 years at that point gonna make a better movie with the AI.
I mean,
I get what you're
obviously the
saying.
dude, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously the
it's
dude with
like
more
even
experience.
even in that scenario when it's higher, like even if you use an AI, it's not gonna be like just because you have AI doesn't mean it's gonna be good. Like
Right. I'm
period.
not I'm not
Are
saying
you
that it
saying it's
is.
gonna be like
I
I could
agree
make
with
the
what you're
AI
saying.
do my video? It's like okay, it's gonna be a shitty video because it's gonna be made by AI. It's gonna be a shitty video. Did you did
I
you
agree
did
with what
you
you're saying,
oversee
but you
anything
just said
else?
that if somebody has more experience, it would be better, right? If somebody has more
Yeah,
experience
because
than
they have a vision for it. Like they'll
right.
have a vision
But
for
what
it.
I'm saying is it will alleviate that time that you would spend doing something
Yeah,
because you are experienced. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's going to be good like anybody. I'm not saying anybody can just do it because people that aren't tech savvy obviously can't operate AI. But what I'm saying is that if I have the privilege of being able to sit here and make the AI render some shit like from this time to this time in this format and I don't have to be at this computer for 40 minutes, I will do that. and that will alleviate time. And as time progresses, the technology would get better. Obviously, I will learn how to use this shit more because it's programming, it's learning how to use programs. I probably will have to learn how to code. I probably will have to learn how to use this other shit. But if I can use those resources, I will. So all I got to do is put that bitch in here and then rig this shit to cut this video into this small, because like that's not even like low key. That's not even AI, because this stream deck right here, this motherfucking stream deck, I can set this shit up to where I can press one button. It'll record a video as I'm streaming the last 30 seconds, cut this shit into a TikTok format, and upload it into Twitter with the press of a button. And that's without even having AI. So if I could do that, like with AI, and on top of that, it's like I could do so much more. And that's all I'm saying. I just feel like,
and that's your vision.
Right. So as time evolves, and if I have that means, I can do so much more with less. And I feel like it's going to be the same with the businesses. If they can invest in that, they absolutely will. And that's going to end up with motherfuckers that have like people that work from home and that work in like these chat generated systems. You ain't going to need them shits no more.
But
You're not going to need them voice actors.
I feel like with the AI boom, there's going to be a creative boom too. It's going to be a cultural creative boom. Because everybody have access to it, everybody will be able to create what they want. It'd be the biggest creative boom since like fucking movies were invented. Like actual movie theaters and movie directors and shit like that. It'd be as creative as that when that happens, because people like you and me will be able to make a whole feature length fucking movie show if we want to. We just gotta have a vision, and you can make high quality. You can make high quality game mods for games that you like to play, fully voice acted. You can have
everybody gonna have fucking merch. Like fuck that, man.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a creative boom. So it's gonna be like God. So yeah, this jobs will be lost. Like pretty minute jobs will be lost.
McDonald's,
but there's gonna be
Roger behind the register taking your shit. Yeah, you getting clipped first.
But
a robot do that.
But there's also going to be jobs opening also with that as well. It's not that's like true. Doors is also going to open. It's not going to be just closed and then it's going to be the same shit but just with more doors closed. It's going to be okay, these closed but these opening up, and you could possibly get probably more money than this than working for $10 an hour. Fucking McDonald's is asking people, can I take your order? So would you rather do that or rather be like, all right, you can make a feature length film that you've been thinking about doing, that's your passion, but you didn't know how to do it, but you got an AI that can help you, and you can put that shit on YouTube and make, I don't know, a couple $1,000 reviews in a month, monetize it. Hey. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't owe nobody nothing because you owe all the royalties to your shit. But you know, people ain't thinking like that.
We're just gonna have an easy ass life. Motherfuckers gonna be fat as shit in the
hell yeah. It's gonna be like fire.
This, watching TV and be like this, just moving around. It's like, bro.
Oh hell nah.
Have robots do everything for us. Fuck. Oh, they do have. I did see today there was a AI chopping up a video in Sony Vegas, but the job it was doing was like, let's say we have multiple cameras here. It will chop it up to where like each person speaking, it'll just switch to that camera, or it'll switch the camera angle like every now and then. That is kind of fire. We might not need no fucking editor now. We might just hire an AI.
Do you know how much fucking time that would alleviate? You know how much time goes into these fucking cuts? And to literally just, you know what? That was a good point. Terrell's talking right here. Terrell's talking right here. Now I have to chop, zoom in, move this all the way to the end, move this to the front, delete that, close this, and then now it's on Terrell, and then it goes back to normal. That 60 seconds that I do 20 times in the video, nigga, that is 20 minutes. Now that shit is free time for whatever. Me going to cook, make a meal. Like it's doing
4 minutes.
You know what's crazy? What if I told y'all I had these exact same thoughts 10 years ago when I was fucking with Sony Vegas for the first time? Like, I wish it was something automated that could do this shit for me.
Denzel's the tech guy. We need to find that AI that cuts up shit in Vegas and Da Vinci.
Yeah. He's gonna start getting this shit sent to his email and that Google Drive. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Denzel. Go crazy.
Oh, done.
Yeah.
Video done.
AI,
2
man.
minutes.
They already got it. Okay, you got AI. We got AI in the games that we play. PlayStation 5 has AI. Xbox Series X has AI. RTX cards has AI. AMD cards has AI. You know what it's called? DLSS/FSR. They use like
Cortana.
Yeah, they use like AI. Well, that's more like com- commands and whatnot. But yeah, like
That
it
in the form of
renders.
AI?
It's like a pretty like basic version of it, but like the
Someone's doorbell ringing.
that's mine.
Oh,
Give me 1 second. Let me get that. Come on.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
One
you
second.
got it.
Hey,
Make sure you
I'll
take
be
your
right back.
headset off, King. Nah, that's happened to me before. Like, you know what I'm saying? I tried to walk with
oh,
the shit and just like damn, and this will be unplugged, and then now I can't
oh
hear
shit.
nothing. I come back and I'm just like, why can't I hear nothing? And it's really just unplugged.
Hey man, AI is it has its negatives, but it definitely has its positives behind it, because
That's
it does
true.
make at least for content creation, it makes shit a lot fucking easier. Once I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, run me that. Fuck the voice changer shit. Run me that. I need that. I need the one that will like change the perspectives. And then once it does that, I just go in and just add my little touch into it. You feel what I'm saying? Like let it
Hmm.
do all the cuts for me. But
Man, look at
Denzel,
Terrell. But what
you
was
remember
I
your
saying?
points?
What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought.
You said 10 years ago you were thinking this.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to make really extensive videos, but I just didn't have the time to dump into doing that. Like one time I made a video exactly how I wanted to make it, exactly how I envisioned it, but it took so long to make that one video. It was like the end result was really good. I don't even have access to the video no more. I remember I made it and I uploaded it to Xbox. I think they got rid of my shit because I couldn't find it. But that video, that Mortal Kombat X video, was so fire, and it's just that it took so fucking long to edit. This is before any type of AI was made. This is when nigga had the struggle graphics card, so it was extra slow. This is when a motherfucker had the garbage CPUs, garbage setup, garbage monitor, washed out colors. Had to do everything by hand, and it felt good when I was finished. But boy, I look back at them 5 days, I'm like, damn. I had 5 days off, and I'm 5 days off. It felt like I ain't get. I mean, I got the video out, but this is like, what did it cost? Like, I ain't really get to play no games, and I was on this bitch for 5 days editing a fucking video. I was like, I need some. I wish there was somebody automated that can just do this shit already.
That shit ass, bro.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
even
Like,
like spending 5 hours doing this shit. That shit is ugly. It's annoying. I'm not
It
gonna hold
is.
you. Like,
I'm used to it though. At this point.
man, fuck that. When I had to edit 2 to 3 videos back to back, that shit was hell. That
What
shit
videos were you
fucking
editing
sucked.
back to back?
So it was the serial tier list, and then it was like a devour shit. That shit never even happened because I just didn't finish it.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
the
was editing
Devour
the
shit. That's right. I forgot
I
about
was
that.
editing devour shit. It's just like, and then I have my own shit that is like it's not
Yeah.
out yet because I just got footage on footage. I have footage from like a month ago that I'm supposed that I was supposed to upload, but like it
I
just
forgot about
doesn't happen
Devour.
because it's just so much time, and then it's like everything else like around me just accumulates. Like, the chores just need to get done. You know what I'm saying? I just need to do other shit. So
Yeah.
like I just be feeling like fuck. That's why sometimes like when I have that like that initial thought, I just be wanting to just just stream it, take that shit and just upload it, just say fuck it. But like I can't do that because that's not what grabs people's attention. That's not what's gonna make somebody stay or like see
good
that
editing makes
cre-
people stay. It could
exactly.
be footage about crap. It could be about garbage, literally garbage, a landfill. But if you make that shit entertaining with the cuts, the transitions and shit, maybe some nice soothing music, and oh yeah, well, that shit would go. That shit go
People will be
crazy on
like, "This
TikTok.
is creative." You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
creative. That's the personality behind your video. That's what sets you apart from other people. That's why like it's important. So you have to do it to a certain extent. But that shit is taxing, bro.
Yeah,
That shit is taxing on energy.
the only time you can just upload something raw and then just upload it is if you already got like the cloud, like Kodak. He just upload a video raw,
What you
like
mean?
off of a stream, like he started gaming, like he's upload raw 720p video, 720p 60,
Yeah,
looking
because
blurry
this
as fuck,
dumbass don't know how to
pixelated.
do anything
Yeah,
else.
exactly,
The fuck?
720p pixelated as fuck. 5 hours long, but that shit got 350,000 views. I bet you, yeah. But like, if you on the come up, then you gotta make sure your presentation is tippity
Yeah.
toppity.
Hey man,
So they be like, God damn,
y'all
but like this
start
shit
getting
is a
us
seven.
paid from this shit so we can make better quality videos. Know what I'm
Like, yeah,
saying?
this thing is a 720p. Why does it look so clear? It look like it's 8K. God damn. So what if I put it at 4K and then it just hit them in they like shit like real life? God damn.
Terrell, make a PayPal for this shit for donations.
Make a
Motherfuckers to
PayPal
donate
for
to us.
donations. I could do that.
And put that shit in the
That shit in the link.
yeah, put that shit in the
Description.
the link tree. Put that shit in the Instagram and the YouTube, so
Oh
motherfuckers
yeah.
could donate.
Yep.
I ain't
And
gonna lie, this.
I
You know what
will
I'm
say
saying?
though, based on like, I really looked to like it did. God damn! Holy shit! I really took a deep dive into the analytics. God damn, motherfucker was beatboxing for real. I really took a deep dive into the analytics and like on most of our videos, like shout out to the fatality. I'm dead, bro. That shit's loud as fuck in the video. Like that shit is loud as shit. When I heard that shit back, I was like, this is a jump scare for real. But based on like the percentage of people that are subscribers that watch our videos versus the unsubscribed ones, a lot of y'all really show up to these videos. So clap it up for y'all. Y'all really be showing up for these damn videos. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well done.
Motherfuckers gonna be scared as shit. Like, God damn. But yeah, man, y'all the real ones for real. So I have a question for y'all.
Mhm.
This is something I can't again seen it on fucking TikTok. Why does it seem like millennials have such a deep attachment to nostalgia? Why is it like we're whole like our I don't know about y'all, but like my family really doesn't talk about like back in the days. Like they don't like cling to that. But like I feel like with us, like in our age group, we really cling to like the 90s aesthetic, the old 2000 cartoons, whatever, the car scene back in the 90s. We really cling to
Because
nostalgia.
it's just so much. We didn't have enough time to really to hold on to those stuff for long before it changed to this bullshit. Like at least the people back then, they had time to like really enjoy what they had going on. Like if you was born in 1954, shout out my aunt, 1954. But if you was born in 90, that mean you grew up in the 70s. I mean the 70s was crazy. It was fun. Like it was a fun time. We grew up in the 70s, the 80s. Well, we ain't gonna talk about too much about the 80s, but the 80s was fun to an extent. The 90s, they were different eras, but they were relatively the same as far as like dynamics. It was all like it was just like okay, the clothes made a change, the drugs might have changed, the
Shit, let's not
hairstyles
talk
made a
about civil
change.
rights like that.
Yeah, that happened too. That happened too, but it's more of like the lifestyle, not really the like political shit. I'm trying to keep this shit like basic.
I
But
feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
yeah, at the end of the day, it was like the same shit. Like you met a girl you like in high school, you talked about the bed, you live your life, you got a good job, and you lived. You know what I'm saying? It was simpler. It was a simpler time for all those decades. For regardless of everything else going on, it was relatively the same. Do those 3 different generations, so nothing really changed. Ours was like the last real part of that, but we didn't have that shit long. That's the reason why we hold on to it, because it was so much better than what we got now.
And also, we had the better end of that shit. So like, we were just starting to get like the 90s was like the golden age or whatever, because like all this stuff was starting to boom, like television, cartoons, movies, music. We were just getting that with the 2000s and 2010s. It was like the peak of all of that. So then once we transitioned from kids to adults and that was now gone, like now we have none of that. People don't even fucking watch TV anymore. People don't appreciate cartoons anymore. It's just like all of that changed so fast. Like gaming is just so different. Like it used to be, like you said, video games came out. It was like the 80s, 90s, and we would go to people's cribs. You had multiple
controllers. It was the
controllers.
same for like
all
3 decades. It was the same. You always went to your friend's house to play the game.
Exactly. But now it's just different. It just changed. Like so like the way we came up is like it's like that shit is just lost in history because it's not like that anymore. So like it was introduced to us and we had it for maybe 10 years and that's it. It was gone. Now it's online gaming. And I think that's the reason why. And then people like so with that being taken from us and it was gone, like we just advanced, things changed, and then also we transitioned into adults. And then now we have I think our life as adults is much more different from like our parents' lives as adults. I think everything was like easier to afford. I feel like it was less complicated too. So it's just like we're all just figuring this shit out. Like it's just all new. And I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't have to figure shit out, but like their systems didn't change as much as ours did. Like
that's
like
why they don't complain about what's different. Well, they'll be like, oh, this is different, but it's like they're not really nostalgic because they already lived the fuck out of that already. They lived the fuck out of all of that. They had enough time. They got it. They was like, yeah,
And
Yeah,
actually,
like
we
I
had
remember.
all three. Now that I think about it, my bad. But like, we had the times where we went outside and we played sports, and then and then we went inside and we played the games, and like we had all that shit. We lived through YouTube. Like I remember, like somebody told me like about YouTube. I was like in the second grade, and I was like, "What the fuck is YouTube?" I think no, I was in the third or fourth grade. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I
Mhm.
remember like what YouTube used to be with the jump scares and the scary pop ups. I used to look that shit up with my cousin. We watched that shit, like the stupid ass gummy bear music video. Like we would watch that shit. You know what I mean? And it's just transitioned into so much other stuff, and it's just like it really was just like lost in time. It's like it just doesn't matter no more. And
Yeah.
that's different, for everybody.
It wasn't that long ago. Wasn't that long ago.
I see a
It's the
lot of
craziest
people.
thing.
I see a lot of people saying that like our generation, they dumped a lot of trauma onto us. Like, if you remember, like, not to trigger warning, if you grew up in that era, they're showing like 9/11 on the TV in school. Like, you'll see
Yeah,
like
I
you'll
did.
see it. You'll
That's
see
how I seen
motherfuckers
it.
jumping on the fuck like whatever was on the news, whatever they showed on the news, you seen that shit in school. The same thing with like the big tsunami that hit India or wherever the fuck that was at back in like '04. They were showing that shit on the TV. Like a lot of the shit was like now they wouldn't do that. Now if a tragedy happened, they wouldn't show like live footage of motherfuckers jumping out of a building on TV now. But like us growing up, like they would dump all that shit and be like, look, this is how the world works. Like
I mean, they'll show you school shootings. It's pretty
they'll
much
show
the
you
same.
it, yeah.
They'll
But
show
like
you
I'm
a
talking
school
about
shooting.
in 2001, I was in like kindergarten, first grade. So like seeing that on the TV, I was like, the fuck are we watching? Like I'm used to watching like cartoons and shit. Like I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Motherfucker, all of us left school early. I'm like, the
I
hell is
seen the smoke
happening?
coming up. I seen the smoke in the distance coming from the buildings.
So it's like, bro, like, and it's like, yeah, this is how the world works. There's some bad people in the world, and they do this X, Y, and Z, and it's like, you wouldn't show that shit to an elementary school kid now. Like they'll hear about it, obviously, but like you wouldn't visually show them like this is how the world is. Like the world isn't as rainbows and butterflies as you think it is now. So I think like as far as that aspect, I do think we cling to um nostalgia because like those were the simpler times for us. Like those are our happy spaces. You get what I'm saying? Like we love the video games back then. We love the cartoons from back then or the anime from back then. Just the whole aesthetic because like one, a lot of us and millennials aren't like we didn't necessarily grow up in the 90s. Like we weren't teenagers in the 90s. You get what I'm saying? Like we were like
You
kids.
got a taste of it.
Yeah. So like
Definitely got
now
a
that we look
taste.
back at it, we're like, damn, that era was kind of fire, low key. The aesthetic, the this and that, all the shit that we were into back then, this shit's fire now. Fuck what they got going on now. On some like back in my day talk. But like it really is like that though. Like times were much simpler back. Like if I was a fucking adult in the 90s, oh my god, or in the 2000s,
Taro would have
boy,
been a master Mortal Kombat player with the Super Nintendo controller in his hand. Like, come
fuck
here,
that.
young blood.
I'm talking about socially.
That too.
Holy shit. If I had this mindset and I would have seen like a YouTube up and coming project YouTube coming up. Like we legit did grow up with the internet, but like if I felt like I had this mindset back then, holy shit. I would have been one of the first motherfuckers on that shit. Like, yeah, let's do this shit. Videos, recording myself and posting it, fuck it. Cause then you had to do no editing. You just upload funny shit. You
Yeah,
just
back
upload
then there
whatever
was
it
no
was.
expectation. Yeah.
You just upload it. Got a bunch of likes because it's up and coming. Bomb. Bro, I would have been a fucking millionaire, had my feet up
Yo,
in this
so
bitch.
Time Machine, go to back to 2004 when it first came out, or was it
Yeah.
2003?
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna be
like,
real with y'all though.
I thought it was 2005.
2005.
Yeah. Yeah,
Link up
about
with Soldier Boy when he up and coming, do his little videos.
Soldier Boy really had the blueprint. I'm not gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
he was there from the
really had
very beginning
blueprint.
too. You definitely look up
He
the
had
old
the
ass
blue. Yep.
2005 ass videos. Where
And he was doing
YouTube?
vlogs and shit. Yep.
And
Soldier Boy.
he was not signed at that time. He's just straight YouTube videos. You really thought that nigga was on TV until he did though. Until he appeared on TV with Gucci and them.
He
I
had
didn't
the
even know
sauce
he
for
was
real.
doing that,
He had
to
the
be honest.
sauce. Hey man.
But
Soldier Boy tell me.
it's still early, bro. I mean, there's people like higher than us and people that have been doing it for a while, but like it's still early in its lifespan because not everybody is accustomed to seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
feel like when it reaches all age groups of life, that'll be the time where like everybody's used to seeing it. Because like, I told my friends that this is what I do, and they're just like, "Oh, that's cool. Like that's cool that you do that." Like I've never. Like, I told somebody that I started streaming in 2020, and they were like, "Wow, like I don't know anybody that does that." So like it's still new. It's not new to us because like we live
Yeah.
in this space, but to everybody else, and I tell them like, "Yeah, like I do this," or like I push it on YouTube, like I stream, like I would like re-record content. They're like, "Oh, like okay, that's cool. Like how does that work?" Like they still don't know, and they're our age or younger than us. So it's
Yeah.
not like we not late. I feel like we still on the come up of this shit because it's still on the rise. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like especially if you tell adults, they just act like that's so weird. Like I feel like adults, the first thing they're gonna ask you is like, okay, so like, does it pay or whatever?
I
Like
hate that
if they're
shit.
30 or 40, that's the
I hate
first thing
that
they
shit.
say. Does it pay? Like you don't really make money from that, do you? Like, does it pay? And it's like, bitch, just like anything, you have to get to a certain level before it starts to pay you. And I'm not
Yeah.
like, so I'm on that. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm working towards that. But even if we didn't, like this shit isn't gonna stop. Like this is just part of my life. At a certain point, it's just that's just
Yeah.
what it is. It's like a hobby now. But yeah, man, it's like I told my friend he's like 27. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool because like with the way technology is coming up and everybody's like getting into gaming and like social media, like you're gonna be on the come up with that, not knowing how like it's actually solidified now. Like that's just what
Yeah.
it is. So I don't want to discourage y'all. You know what I mean? Like I want y'all to know that we still like some of the pioneers of this shit. Like we weren't on for as long as some people, you know,
Hmm.
but like it's people that literally just got on this shit, blew up, and lost their way. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what happened with Rice Gum. I know I talked about him before, but this man, I don't know what he did. Like I guess he did vlogs and like he did streams and shit like that. He started posting them. He blew up. He was big for a few years and then the man disappeared. Like if I ever had that kind of feedback on my content, it is never going away.
Yeah.
Ever. Like it would never go away. So I don't
Facts.
know why he just stopped.
I mean,
Honestly.
I think at a certain point people get too into like the the fruits of the labor. You get what I'm saying? They start indulging into, the club scene, the party scene, drinking, all this. But I feel like we wouldn't like if anything, if we when we blow up and we have more free time to do this shit, I feel like this will like we'll do more of this shit. Like you'll see more videos every week. Like I think a lot of us really don't go. Like there's rare times where we go out. You get what I'm saying? Like all like between the four of us, Devin kind of goes out a little bit more than everybody else. But like I feel like we're like not necessarily labeling us as homebodies, but we really do spend a lot of our time here on the computer. So if we had more of that, we didn't have to go to our jobs, and this was our main source of income. Of course, we're gonna have that fucking drive to do this shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, but hey,
We
man,
built for
Yeah.
I
this.
had a whole nother point and I forgot about it. Oh, YouTube is more of like a household name now. Like
Hmm.
this shit will probably soon replace like, well, your TV probably has it on it now. There's a
Yeah,
YouTube
it
app.
comes with all the smart TVs. You got YouTube.
Yeah, so it's like a household name now, even though their systems kind of jank with
That
certain
TOS,
shit.
man.
Yeah, at TOS, motherfuckers cannot curse anymore. So I don't know. We'll see. We might have to start censoring ourselves a little bit more. But that's when we get into that ballpark. You feel what I'm saying? I think I have one more thing. Well, this is not. It was two things really. An update on the Johnathan Majors situation. This is like weeks back. This is old shit now, but we did rap on it for a little bit. He got dropped from a lot of brands. His PR team dropped him, and I think his management team dropped him. This case is still like pending. Like there hasn't been no sentencing or nothing. I don't even know if this man's locked up or not. Honestly, I don't even know where he's at. But a lot of brands started dropping him and all that shit. I don't know what Marvel's gonna do because he is kind of like the focal point in the MCU right now. His villain is kind of like the Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they drop him. They haven't dropped him yet. I know that. They're probably fighting this case tooth and nail. Get their man in there because if not, they'll have to rewrite everything. Like, yeah,
He went on
not this
vacation.
king, but this king over here from an alternate universe who looks completely different. That's the guy. That's the problem. But just to drop that news, we don't really got to wrap on it. We already wrapped on that. But another thing that's been trending lately is as people are labeling it now, the KneeBLs. Motherfuckers, men, short guys are getting surgery to make them taller. Pretty much what they do is they break a bone in your leg. They take the two pieces of the bone and they extend it using rods and shit, and then the bone kind of like grows and heals itself and fills in. One guy said he did it, went from 5'6" to 5'10", and now he has a girlfriend. He was struggling getting a girlfriend before. Now he has a girlfriend. He's 5'10". People are in the comment section saying, "I wouldn't waste my time going from 5'6" to 5'10". If it's not 6 feet, I'm not doing it." But this is a thing. This is a trending thing. Apparently it's super painful. You're wheelchair bound for a while, and the fucking physical rehab is the physical therapy is a bitch because you gotta learn how to walk again. But this is starting to bubble up a little bit. So hey, I wouldn't do it. I'm comfortable where my height is at. I don't care. I'm good.
3 words. 3 words. I think y'all know what I'm about to say. You got it.
You got it.
You got it.
You motherfucking got it.
You got it.
Bro,
You know
5'6" to 5'10" is a big jump.
Nah.
But the thing is, like, in height, it's everywhere. So now it's just your legs that's fucking long. With your arms didn't get longer. Like,
But just your legs got a little longer.
It's not even that.
That's weird.
It's not even that. You're breaking your legs. You're literally doing a fucking saw trap just to get taller. You're breaking your shit. You're getting your shit cracked open,
bro.
You're getting your shit cracked open and metal rods stuck in your shit like it's a fucking saw trap. And then you're in a fucking wheelchair, bound for at least 10 months. At least. You ain't getting up after 6. You still gonna be in that
I don't
bitch.
think it's that long. Let me see.
No, you're okay. They break your bones, meaning the bones is separated. They break your shit. They chop your shit through the bone marrow, right? And they put a metal rod in between, and then it grows back into each other. Your shit is done for at least 10 months.
Motherfucker in the wheelchair, like
I don't care what the bitches want. They not break. I don't care.
But you're already tall, so
It says
like,
3 months, nigga. Damn.
Okay, all right.
God damn.
Why don't you turn 6'6"?
Man just be talking out his ass with no fucking research. I cannot stand when people do that shit. It says 6 to 8 weeks. You may need crutches or a wheelchair for 6 to 8 weeks. That's fucking nothing.
All right, go ahead.
Not 10 months, bro. That is completely absurd.
Match me in surgery height then.
Huh?
What is the surgery actually called though? Because I'm just calling it a KneeBL because that's what the
I don't know how to fucking pronounce this. Osteotomy.
Shit.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, osteotomy.
So an actual procedure, is what I'm hearing. It's not like motherfuckers just invented this shit. This is an actual thing.
This is something else.
Oh, I'm like.
Yeah, this is something else.
I'm like, it seems like it just came out of the blue, but I know the TL has been calling it the KneeBL, and I am not doing that shit. Don't ask.
Okay, I didn't realize what you said the first time.
Yeah, the KneeBL.
The KneeBL. Well, this has to do with the knee too. This is like correcting the knee though. So like they're still breaking the leg, but it's like to correct the knee. Let me see.
Y'all, like Denzel said, you got it. I'm not doing that shit. I'm fine at my height. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? We good.
Damn, it's $70K to $150K. Fuck.
Yeah, if you got that money,
height lengthening surgery.
Yeah, if you got that money to blow, by all means.
I'd rather motherfuckers put money into getting their dick longer with surgery than that shit. That's just I don't get it. I don't get that one. Like,
invest $70K into yourself, man. Go to the gym.
Yeah,
that gym membership. Eat cleaner.
Like, whatever. Like, I just break your legs just to get like a couple inches taller. Like, you still under 6 foot. Like, and even then, like,
eating like
the pain is like you can't mitigate. You can't anesthetic like your bones breaking. You're gonna feel that shit. So it's like.
Hey, that's the trauma. They come out on top.
Wait, what? What?
You're paying $100K to get your legs broke. Like,
I mean, you mean afterwards or during the actual procedure? Because obviously you're not going to feel it.
Bone marrow can't be what's the word? Frozen, meaning you will feel when your bones break, it will rattle the bone marrow or break the bone marrow, depending on how they break it. Like, you're gonna feel that, even if you're under anesthetic, even if you sleep, you're gonna feel that. You're not gonna. There's no avoiding it. Like you're gonna feel like you're gonna pay $100K to get your legs broken in real
That's
time.
Rod's trademark. That's Rod's
Wait,
trademark. Looking at the camera, that's Rod's
wait.
trademark.
In real time.
I'm gonna give you a chance to correct this, because I'm trying to understand what you mean. You saying that they gonna feel it if they under anesthesia or if they're asleep?
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. Like to break, you can't break bones like through like they can't like
And so
they have
how do
to
you think
break
it would
your
feel
bone.
if I was to cut your back open right now? To cut
It
your
would
back
hurt like a
open.
motherfucker. You could cut my back open, but as long as you don't touch the bone, if I'm under anesthetic, I won't feel it because that's the skin, that's your flesh. We're talking actual bone. Like if you take a drill, right? You take a drill. Someone's at sleep under anesthetic, and you drill into the bone, not break it, but drill into the bone. They will feel it. Bone marrow is literally the root of your nerves in your body. Like you can't anesthesia that. You're gonna feel it. Period. Like so, if they breaking bones, it's breaking your bone marrow. They're not gonna cut like the ligaments and let that shit heal back. They're breaking bones, so you're gonna feel that.
I'm not well versed. I'm not well versed in this.
It just doesn't make sense how
You can look that up. I
surgery
promise you. You
done
can look
all
that
the
up.
time, right?
You can look that
and
up.
whether it's bone or not, I feel like if you're under anesthesia, then that's what it's for. Like so they can do the procedure. Like people have like spinal surgeries done, right? Or like they slip a disc in their shit, or they just need to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I've seen people get like shots put in their back, like into injected into the spine. Obviously, that's painful. They're still awake, but I just don't understand
Know why
how.
they're still awake? Because the anesthesia is not going to have any effect. That's why they have it while they're awake, and they have to.
I just don't think it's that. I just don't think they need it because it's just a shot in the back. It's an injection. They don't need to be under anesthesia for an injection. That's why I think that. Because it's like, technically, don't you get bones broken in your mouth when you get wisdom teeth removed? I didn't feel it.
No, it's taking that. It's basically the bone isn't getting broken. You're getting basically the nerves.
My
roots.
teeth were broken, bruh. Them shits were. This nigga cracked the teeth and pulled them shits out my mouth. Like I heard the snapping. He wasn't just like cutting it out of the roots because he was using the scalpel. He put pliers in my mouth, and I heard. And I have the teeth. I have them shits on my phone. If you want to see them? They don't look like they just intact. Some of them shits are broken. But like, I understand what you're saying. I think it'll hurt more as far as like the recovery process. But I just don't think under anesthesia they would feel that because they're just gone. Right? They're just knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the body can still feel pain while you sleep. You'll feel it in your dreaming state, or you'll feel a jolt of pain, especially if it's like they gotta break it for it to work. Like, so it's gonna affect it's gonna get into the bone marrow. So when it hit the bone marrow, you're gonna flinch. Like you're probably gonna move. You're gonna twitch like a cockroach that's about to die. That got hit but ain't really dead yet. That's how you gonna look. That's exactly what you gonna look like. But
hey man, I just gotta take your word for it for right now. I just gotta take your word for it.
But yeah, they got it though. Y'all got it. Yo, Kings, you want to get your legs broke? Get that little 5 inches. Maximize that height. Y'all got it. But
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie fully.
Y'all got it. Not me though.
However you want to, you know what I'm saying? It's your life.
If getting bitches is that important, because ain't no way.
It's your life. You made the decisions. Fuck it. You ain't never had
that important to you,
go ahead.
man. If I had 100K, I'm putting that shit into a business or something. I am not like if you got 100K to blow on a KneeBL, just throw that at a random female. Like 20K of it. You'll get what you want. You'll get the pussy that you want. Like
get a car.
Yeah, get a car. If you got 100K to go up 4 inches, you got 20K to waste on a bitch. On a female, my fault, on a woman. You have enough money to just blow, and you can do that for like 3 months, get what you want, and then dip. Get that experience that you need, and then get the fuck up out of there, because ain't no fucking way. No. 100K? Let's get that 100K.
100K.
100 fucking K. You know what I can do? Y'all know what the fuck I could do to this PC with 100K? I can't see. You know what I could do to that?
He snatched the fuck out of the
You know what I can do to that PC with 100K? Nigga, I'll have a home studio for 100. Nah, not even 100K. 10K. Fuck, I look like. No.
Grab the
Make
fuck
better
out of the
decisions,
viewers.
King. Put 90K in the savings. Put 90K. Learn a skill. Go to Job Corps. Dummy.
I like
Nah,
this.
I'm about to
Alright.
call that's stupid. No, 100K. You're not
It's just
getting
stupid
nothing.
though, bro. If you,
And it's for.
I feel like if you're deathly insecure or something, you'll do anything to change it.
No, you're a
Your boy
dumbass.
Berlizzi had hairline surgery.
Nah, you're a dumbass. No, Berlizzi had okay.
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie. I keep it a stat. I gotta keep it 100 all the way. That nigga dumb too for that because that costs bread too. Like, but he really
Wait, hold on. All right, now I gotta say two things, man. I'm finna defend.
I gotta keep it
viewers
stat.
right
I gotta keep it a stat. If it's stupid,
I'm
it's
finna
stupid.
play
I gotta
devil's
keep it a
advocate.
stat. If it's
All
stupid,
right,
it's
listen,
stupid.
bro.
I'll
You
set
call
up.
them stupid, but the first thing you said was, "What 100K?" You know what I do to this PC? You didn't
Hey,
say you know
that
what I do
PC
to my
can
whip.
equate the money.
You didn't say what I do to my house. You didn't say
I said
you know
with
what I do to
10K.
my body. You didn't say none of that shit.
I said
You what
10K.
do
I
to
said
my
10K.
PC.
I said that's 10K though.
I said.
So, I mean, I still got
thought you said
90K to put into the body and all that other shit.
I thought you said 100K. You know what I do? With
But I said,
100K?
you know what I could do with 100, but 100K into a PC would be a waste of money. You know, obviously because it's like,
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah,
you
and I
cannot
did
tell
say,
me
I was
what to
like,
put
my
10K
mistake,
or
10K.
100K into, because if you have 10K or 100K,
Actually,
put into some
5K.
bullshit,
You put 5K into it. That's like 5K.
Hey man, you doing this right now? You doing this shit?
Yeah.
You doing this shit?
Yeah.
So-
But here's the thing, though. Did I not say 10K though? Did I not say, you know what?
He said
That's
10K,
ridiculous.
yeah.
I did say 10K.
Okay, my bad. All right, look, but like I said, if you have 10K to put into some shit like that, you can't judge somebody else for putting that 10K like somewhere else.
10K to
Especially
get your
if it's-
hairline brought back isn't a bad deal. 10K for getting your height fixed isn't a bad deal. But I still
So
wouldn't
because
do
it
that shit
costs
for
five
anything for
times
free.
the amount, since it costs 5 times the amount, it's a bad thing.
$100,000 is a lot of money to anybody. I mean, if you rich or not, no one's gonna walk out and give 100K to a random. If you
It'll
wouldn't
be
give it to a
under
random
60.
stranger on the street, then obviously that's a lot of money. You don't see people on YouTube talking about someone gave me $100,000 for free.
Yeah,
Not even Mr. Beast. He'll give somebody
All right,
10,000.
listen, I'm not
He ain't
saying
giving no
50
random
to
person on the
100K
street
isn't
out
a
his
lot of
Ferrari
money.
100K. There's a reason for that because that's a lot of fucking money.
I'm
You're not
saying
giving
it
any-
isn't.
So,
But if it's gonna help somebody else be more secure, if it's gonna help them be more successful in life, then why wouldn't they put it
then let
into
them get
their health?
finessed. Then that's them getting finessed. They stupid.
I mean, that's not them getting finesse. It's just personally what their
Nah,
prerogative
they getting
is, bro.
finessed, bro. You giving a doctor 100K to break your legs, bro.
So you literally getting taller because this shit about to make me upset. Because you're literally getting taller, but it's a finesse. But you'll put this shit into some bullshit fucking PC, and that's not a finesse.
Hey, that height ain't gonna
I
get
like
you no
this.
money, K. That height
It
ain't
got
gonna
him
get
a
you no money.
girlfriend. It got him a fucking
Hey,
girlfriend.
that's
It got
gonna
him
make you
love.
spend more money, K. So explain to me how that's a
it got
W.
him- you gonna spend
Hey,
more money on the PC regardless
explain to
of
me
what
how
that
that's
shit
gonna
look
make.
like.
Hey, you got what that PC can do?
Regardless
That
of how
PC
much
can-
money you put in your PC,
you
you're not
can
doing
edit
that
like
with your PC,
5K,
though.
4K videos at
It
once.
don't matter. You're not doing that though.
With a tenth of that money, with a tenth of it,
You know
a
what that
tenth.
girl can do? That girl can hook him up with somebody that can do that for him. He's a girlfriend now. He's a partner in life now.
Yeah, you reaching.
And if they get
You
married,
know
then
what
like,
you
what can
doing
you say
right
to
now?
that?
You're doing this right now. That's what
You're
doing.
trying so hard.
You're
You're
doing this
talking
right
about
now.
fucking
You're
a
doing
big
this
ass
right
fucking
now.
box of
This is what you
space.
doing right
Well,
now.
I can do this. I
This is
can
what
create
you
with this
doing right
fucking
now. You
box of
doing this.
space. I can do all
You doing
this
this
shit.
right
I can make
now.
all this money.
That's
Yet
what
you
you
aren't
doing.
making that money. And even if you
Reaching.
had you put 10K to 20K into that
Ooh.
fucking PC, you still would have to
You
learn
talking
whatever
about,
it
I'm
takes to
doing
do
this.
that shit. And
Nigga,
you're
you
not
doing
doing
this.
that. Now because this man has a girlfriend and this man's more secure, he's healthier mentally and physically. You mad at him because he put money into
that wallet
shit
is
that dumb?
drained
Started
physically.
vlogging.
That shit don't make no sense, bro. And then
People
you,
like-
so you can
people
feel
like this.
you
This
can
is what's
feel
gonna
the
happen.
surgery like you've been saying a lot of
Guys,
bullshit today.
I spent another
First of all,
20K
your
on
goofy
her.
ass said
You know,
that
I
she's
spent
gonna be
another
in the
20K on her.
fucking
You know what I'm
wheelchair
saying? I
for
got
10
the
months.
surgery. You know, I'm 5'11" now. You know what I'm saying? She finally went out with me. You know, I just spent 200K more on her. You know what I'm saying? I got her a flight to Dubai by myself. All right, give me a second. But like, I went to Dubai with her. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time. And I spent another 200K on her, but you know, I'm 300K down the hole.
Now you lying out the ass. See, like you just
But that's
bullshitting.
basically the
You just
result.
bullshitting this whole time. First of all, you're not spending 200K on that bitch. That's number one. Number two, you can't feel fucking
I'm not- that's
bone
his addiction.
surgery. You can't feel no orthopedic surgery. You cannot feel that shit under anesthesia.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
fucking false.
First, it went to
This
I
is
take your word
being
for it,
in
and now you
wheelchair
can't
for
feel
10
it.
months after your legs are broken. That is fucking false.
all right.
You are not putting nobody spending no 10K on no fucking PC and is making money like that. Like that's what desperate fucking people do. If they don't fucking have money, that's number one. Number two, if you have a girlfriend, nobody's gonna spend 200K on a woman just so they can go on a trucking trip with them. Like you bullshitting right now. You look real dumb, and I hope you know that this shit is gonna get made into an outro or a TikTok because you look stupid as fuck.
You Laura Croft right
Honestly.
now. What you reaching
And
for?
everything that you saying is just like bullshit. You talking about some? They can still feel that. Like you really said that people can still feel pain under anesthesia. Fucking being under anesthesia.
I said bone. This is what I said. You putting words in my mouth, King. If you listen to what I said if bone marrow is affected, I said if the bone marrow in your bones is affected,
which includes
this nigga said if you're under anesthetic, you don't feel pain. I did not say that. I said if your bones are being broken, that means your bone marrow is being disrupted. If your bone marrow is broken, then you will feel it. That's what I said, and that's what I've been saying.
Anesthesia.
Okay,
you cannot feel it under anesthesia.
Okay, but. Yeah, okay.
Like, what don't you understand,
you
bro?
You looked up what I said about the 10 months, but you didn't look up about the bone marrow. Go ahead and look that up. I already know that shit.
Said.
Oh, you can't find it?
This man is this man retarded? Bro, I literally just said it. The musculoskeletal system, trauma, spine, like I said all of that stuff. Musculoskeletal system. Do you not know what that is? Do I have to look that shit up too? It says specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the bones, joints, ligaments, tendons, and muscles. Bones is the first word. And you can't feel it under anesthesia. The 2 tabs are up. Do I have to share my screen?
Can anesthesia soak in the bones? Can you inject inside of a bone?
Hey, you viewers,
can you put a needle in the bone?
Notice how I didn't instigate none of this shit.
He did not.
That's what y'all know. That's what y'all know.
But
it's just when somebody doesn't make sense, you gotta check them, bro.
So I'm gonna call you Laura Croft.
I don't care what you call me. I'm gonna call you. I don't even know what to call you at this point because you said that anesthesia doesn't work. Basically, you said that.
Basically, but I didn't say that. Basically, I didn't say that. You said
that somebody's literally getting taller. They're getting finesse, but you putting all your money into a PC. Hey man, you got it. You got it.
Oh, the PC about to make this video happen. That's the difference. What that hype go put out?
You know
what content crazy? You gonna put out with that?
Both of us.
You gonna be in that damn wheelchair for 3 months. So what you gonna do with that wheelchair?
He got a girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend? I don't know, bro. You can't.
That's what we putting value on. That's what we putting value on. And actual growth in success.
He literally grew. Now? He literally grew.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got it, bro. You got it. You got it.
It was the actual growth.
Silly man, you got it.
It was the actual growth, bro. Yeah, I mean, listen. All I'm saying is that you can't be mad at somebody for putting their money into something that they
so this is episode 62. It's time to wrap this shit up because I have a smile on my face, but I am fucking livid right now because this man is pissing me off. But it is episode 62. We had a great debate. But if guys, kings, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you want to get your legs broke for 100K, I will tell you to your face you're a dumbass. There's no hate on that. It's just literally what it is. But if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that.
It is hate.
But you have a great day. If you're watching this, you're one of the guys too. And this is Terrell, Rod, and Denzel, and we're out.
Adios.
Vida de pássaro que não sabe puxar. Vida de pássaro que não sabe puxar.